Hi everyone, it's Cherie from Posh Classy Mom. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Splurge or Steal. I guess you can see the red box behind me. Today we are going to review and compare the Valentino Rockstud versus its copycat. Valentino Rockstud has been so popular ever since it came out. It needs no introduction, and it's been a favorite among celebrities, socialites, as well as bloggers. And I think it's a really classic shoes. It's becoming a iconic shoes almost. So it has many different colors, as well as the special edition ones where you see the different trim and different studs. But we are going to compare one of its classic original, the beige, against the other beige. Okay, so I think we all know that when it comes to copying some designers' ideas or shoes or designs, there are two different levels. One is like an inspired by a design and making tweaks to it, and also color changes or design changes and call your own, versus something that is blatantly copying and changing the label and say it's yours. I think the two is different. One is an infringement of ideas, but the other one, it's commonly done in the fashion industry. So for the Rockstud, I have seen similar designs from Halogen, from BCBG Girls, from Soul Society, um, just to name a few. And you'll see the similar ones down below. And I feel like some of the other companies pretty much just swapped out the label and kind of copy the design and call it their own. This particular shoe I found on Amazon. It's made by a Chinese company. I think it's called iBarbie. And you can see it's really similar to the Valentino Rockstuds, with the exception of some slight differences in terms of the composition. So to start, these do not have the two-tone leather trim as the Rockstuds. So they're known for a dual champagne-colored leather trim where the stud sits upon. And this one just pretty much kind of have the same color throughout. The other thing you'll notice is a little different from the imitation one is that the inside of the straps have these, I think that's where the studs are actually going on there. So you actually see it in the back of the straps versus the Valentino ones are hidden. So you won't see them at all. They just kind of stay on there versus these little metallic holes. The other difference is, as with all designer shoes, you see that the heels are thicker for the imitation versus very thin and very delicate for the designer shoes. And the height is about the same. But the other difference, very slight, is that you see this is more rounded, the toe, versus the Rockstud has a very pointy toe. You can see. So these are the differences I spotted on immediately. And the other slight noticeable difference, well, maybe not so noticeable difference, is the hardware. So you have like a gold hardware versus, like, I don't know. Can you see? Yes, you can. like the design of the hardware is a little different. So these are very small tweaks that they did. Um, but overall, you know, one can easily see that they look very similar. Um, of course, the leather for the Rockstud is 100% genuine leather versus this is probably imitation synthetic pleather. I'm gonna put it on my feet and you can see what it looks like and from all angles when it's on, and we'll come back and talk a little more. Okay, so on my right feet is the Valentino Rockstud, and on my left feet is the iBarbie Lookalike. Okay, so there you have it, side-by-side comparison of both shoes on my feet. What do you think? Do you like the Valentino Rockstud, or do you prefer the iBarbie imitation one? I feel like for myself, I uh, would support the original, even though it is a really steep price tag of $995. I feel it's like a very good and very creative shoe. It's one of a kind when it first came out, and it's actually going to be an iconic shoes, in my opinion, for years to come. So if you really want to find something that looks really similar to the Rockstuds, I would suggest going for brands like Halogen, Soul Society, BCBG Girls. I've listed all of them below and where to buy them. Instead of going out and find a replica that kind of blatantly copies the designer's idea and call it their own. Because I think we all want to have originality, and the designers don't really appreciate it if it's blatantly copied and says, hey, this is exactly the same as your shoe, but I'm going to sell it for $88. If you really want to save up for the Rockstuds, which I highly recommend you do, get the black or the beige one because they are the most versatile, and you can see the outfits that I have created over here or over here, and this is a wrap for this particular Splurge and Steal. My verdict is save up and splurge on the Rockstuds. So hope you like the segment. If you really like it, please give it 2 thumbs up and also subscribe because I have many more to come, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.